Hi, my name is Kerrie and I have been being coached by Scott now for 2 years. I had always followed him on Instagram, seen all his posts, his transformations, his stories, always thought they were so amazing, but also always thought, well, I'm never going to be able to do that, which is a really strange thing because at the time I was into my health and fitness, but I found that I would sort of spiral. I'd either be really, really strict on myself, like overly strict, or I'd just be the opposite way, and I couldn't find that balance between the two, which is quite sad, but yeah, I'm happy to admit that I couldn't find the balance, and I've often found myself in such a lost place with it all that it wasn't ideal. So in the October, I had just had my tonsils out and I was awake in the middle of the night because I was in so much pain, and Scott had posted up loads of pictures, and obviously I just scrolled and I'd liked and he messaged me and said, thank you for your support, like how are you, like where you from, how old are you, just general stuff. Asked if I was into the gym, and then obviously said to me, if you ever need any advice, please don't feel afraid to drop me a message. And I remember thinking, oh my God, that'd be great. So I messaged back and said I'd really appreciate some advice. I told him that I was a bit stuck with where I was and all that. And the next thing, he sent me an enrolment form and said, fill it in and send it back to me and just ignore any part of the payment. And I was a bit confused, to be fair. I thought, I thought he was just going to give me some advice. I never expected a form, so I filled it in, sent it in back, and he said, look, you've supported my page the whole time. I can see that you've been through some tough stuff. Obviously I lost my mum 5 years ago this year, so obviously that was all over my Instagram, and I'd spoken to him about that in the sort of first few messages. So he said, I'd like to give back to people, and I was completely overwhelmed. I actually didn't know what to say, other than thank him, and obviously I couldn't thank him enough. So I sent off my enrolment form, I sent back my pictures, completely unposed, everything. And yeah, my journey started in the November. And since being coached by him, I have been through some quite highs and some very, very lows. If you know me through Scott, you know that I lost my dad in March this year. So I'd already dealing with 4-year grief of losing my mum, and then obviously losing my dad so suddenly was a new grief. Oh God, look, I'm getting teary. But I honestly cannot fault Scott in any way. He was absolutely brilliant with me. I was his priority was me, not my fitness, not what I was eating, nothing. His priority was sort of me and my mental state. Obviously I have mental health I have mental health issues, as you'd like to say, maybe. I battle with depression, I battle with anxiety. You probably wouldn't always know to look at me, but there you go, I do. So obviously for me and the people around me, the worry was I was going to slide back into that really dark place that I kind of hit when I lost my mum. And I voiced that to Scott very openly. Obviously, I messaged him the day after my dad passed to say, obviously, I won't be checking in. This is the reason. And he was like, I shouldn't be your first thought, but thank you for messaging me. You know where me and Sophie are if you ever need anything. But please don't worry, sort of, I don't know why you were messaging me. And to most people, you would probably think, why have you done that? But it was a respect thing. I'm very grateful of everything Scott has ever done for me. The coaching for free, not even that, just being a friend when I need someone to talk to, and I need, everything's very confidential with Scott, so I can go to him with anything and know that that's not going to go anywhere else other than me and him. And sometimes that's just what you need. You need somebody who, I don't know, maybe doesn't know you, so doesn't always know the situation.